Today I'm going to explain how I made this bracelet. It is a hook only bracelet and it's a 14 loop setup. It's a bit fiddly because of you have 14 loops on your hook, but it's not real hard, but a bit fiddly I think. But the result, I think it's nice. It's a real flat bracelet and the beads are falling into the bracelet, not popping out, so I like the result. And I use 26 beads on every bracelet. That fits my wrist, normal wrist size I think. And you can do it, you can make it as large as you want, what fits your wrist. On the bracelet I'm going to make, I'm going to use purple beads, and I have on the beads I used the LE bands. That are these bands that show on the center, here the blue, here the white. And on the border I used the 300 pack bands because I don't want to show the LE band from the beads. You don't see it now because these are thick bands and I don't like it when it's popping out here, only that you can see it here. But you can try it and maybe it works for you, but I didn't like the effect of it, so I'm just going to start. And I leave this as example. For the white ones here, I use in this bracelet the grey, so I'm going to start with that. The cap band, and pull a band through and reclaim one side of the cap band. And pull another grey band through. The first two, and reclaim the band on the outside. Then I'm going to switch to, I don't know if you see it here, it's the gold glitter. I'm going to use white glitter in this one. I pull a band through the first two and reclaim the first one. Another band through the first two and reclaim the first one. And I'm going over to the blue here, and I'm going to use the sweet purple for that. One band to the outside too, and reclaim the first one. And another through the first two and reclaim the first one. And now I'm going to switch over to the other side. And first I'm going to get the other side of the cap band on my hook. Get a grey band, pull it under the first two and reclaim. And then we're going to the white glitter 2 times. 1 and 2. and then 2 times the purple band, the purple sweet in my case, 1 and 2. Now we have 14 loops on our hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yes, 7 on both sides. And now I'm going to get my gray again, and I'm going to pull it under the middle 4, and I'm going to reclaim the white glitter on my hook. This white glitter and this white glitter. Like this. Oh, this is popping off. So you have now the 2 glitter bands in the center of the gray bands, and then 1 glitter and the 4 purple on the outside. And now I'm going to add the beads. I'm going to turn it around. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have everything on my hook except the on one side, except the glitter in the center and the gray one. Now I get a beaded band. On this side I pull it under the first 3, like this. And on this side I pull it under the 2 until we are in the center. And I leave the glitter white and I reclaim the gray band. Oops. And on the other side from the bead I reclaim all these 3 bands. So the glitter and the 2 purple. Get the band from the bead on my hook and the last 2 beads that were on my hook. And like this. So you see you have the 2 purple, then the band of the bead, and then these 3 bands. And then the gray band you reclaimed, and this is the band of the bead again. So we're going to the other side and do the same thing over there. Check if it's in the right order. And I get my bead again. And I put my first 5 on my hook. So the 4 purple inclusive the glitter band. Like this. Then I get the beaded band. On this side pull it under 3 bands. I turn it around. And on this side put it under the 2 bands. And then reclaim only the gray band. And on the other side from the bead you reclaim all of the 3 bands. And then close. And now we have this. Be sure to keep it in the right order. In the beginning it's a bit You have to get used on the pattern, but when you've got that, it's not that hard anymore. And now we are going to start with the 14 loop setup again. So I get on both sides 1 grey, 2 glitter and 2 purple. I start with the grey and I'm going to pull it under these 2 bands and reclaim the outside grey band. So I have to let hang this side and get it back on my hook. So I'm just going to start. So I pull it under everything until I'm in the center. So these are my first 2 bands from the center, and I reclaim this one, the grey band, and then I have to get the other side on my hook, and that's what I meant with I'm having to let go of this side, but when you pinch it a bit you can get it all back on your hook. And the first step is the glitter white. I'm leaving this in the center, this grey band, and I'm going to pull it under everything till the second grey band from the center. So that's 1, 2, sorry, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I have to hold it in my hands the other side, because now I'm going to reclaim the outside grey band, and then I'm closing it. And from this on it's more easy. Just get the outside bands, 2, and reclaim the first one. And then your 2 purple, that's 1, and that's 2. Now we have on this side 7 bands on the hook. The grey, 1, 2, glitter white, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the 4 purple. So this is the same as we started. Now we have to go to the other side. Oops, it's a bit... Okay, let me see, 1, 2... So you have the 2 purple on the outside, and then the band from where the bead is on, then the 2 purple on the inside of that band, and the glitter. So now we're going to pull a band under these 2 and reclaim the grey on the outside. Pull it under, reclaim the grey, put the other side of the band on the hook, and then reclaim everything. And now we're going to pull a band under everything, and reclaim the outside gray band. Reclaim the outside gray band and then close it. And then we need another glitter band. Pull it under the first two and reclaim the outside band. And then we need to add the two purple bands on the outside. Same thing, under the first two, reclaim the outside band. And another under the first two, and reclaim the outside band. So now we are back at our beginning point where we had a setup from 14 loops, like this. And now we need to pull a gray band under the center 4 and reclaim the two glitter bands. And like this, reclaim the first glitter band, reclaim the second glitter band, put the other side of the gray band back on your hook, and get the rest on your hook. Be sure that the white glitter bands are in the center of the gray band, like this. And now I'm going to add the beads again. So I put the first 5 bands on my hook, like this. And I get the band with the bead, put it on like this. On this side, put it on the 1, 2, 3 bands, and on the other side, put it under 1, 2 bands, and just reclaim the gray band, the one closest to the bead, and on the other side reclaim all the 3 bands and close it off. So now you have this, and we have to go to the other side and do the exact same thing. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put the beaded band on the hook, put it on the outside under the first 3 bands, like this, turn it around, and put it under the 2 bands. And on this side just reclaim the gray band, and on the other side reclaim all 3, and close it off with the bands that were still on your hook. So now we are here. Be sure to keep it in the right order. So you have the 2 purple bands, then the band from where the bead is on, then again 2 purple bands and the glitter. And then the gray and the band of the bead in the center. So like this. And then we're first going to pull a gray band under, because we're going to get back at the beginning from the 14 loop setup. And then we just have to ignore these 5 bands and focus on these 2. So this is your start. Oops. Go under these 2 bands and reclaim the gray on your hook. Close it off with that gray band. Keep pinching this so you can pull this back on your hook. And then we get a glitter band. So this is now the center band. Ignore these 5 bands and look at these 2 gray bands. Pull it under the 2 gray bands and reclaim that gray band. Like this. Reclaim that gray band and then close it off. And then pull another white band under the first 2 and close. And then the 2 purple bands. Oops, sorry. So this side is done. You have 1 gray, 2 glitter white and the 4 purple bands. So now I'm going to turn it around to the other side. And keep your order. Ignore these bands and just focus on these 2. That's your starting point. Pull 1 gray band under it, under these 2, and reclaim the gray band. Like this. Reclaim gray band and then close with the gray band and put everything back on the hook that you were pinching in your hands. And then focus on these 2. This is the center. And pull glitter white under these 2. Reclaim the outside gray band. Keep this one side in your hand and close it. And then it's a bit more easy. Put another glitter band. Yooks. Put another glitter band under the first 2. And reclaim the first band. And then the purple bands, that's 1. And then it's 2. Like this. Then we are back at the beginning. And I'm going to pull a gray band under the middle 4 and reclaim the 2 glitter bands. So like this, and reclaim on this side the glitter band, and on the other side, and then get the grey bands, close it, and put everything on your hook. I guess you can also go under the middle tool and then put the glitter bands over to the center. That's also an option. Just do it how you, it's the easiest way for you. Now I'm going to get to put the beaded bands on it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Five bands on this side of the hook, 2 bands until the center from on the other hook. Pull one side under the first 3 bands, turn it around, and pull the other end under the first 2, and reclaim the grey band. Then reclaim all the bands on the other side of the bead, and put everything back on your hook. And turn it around. Do the same thing over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get the beaded bands, put it under the first 3, turn it around, and pull it under the first 2. Reclaim the grey bands, reclaim the 3 bands on the other side of that bead, then get the band where the bead is on your hook, and the bands that were still on your hook, like this. So now we are going back to our 14 loop setup. Start with the grey, ignore this, pull it under these 2 and reclaim that one, the grey band. So I'm in the center now, and I'm going to get the grey band back on my hook. Put the other side of the grey band on my hook and close it. And now I'm going to pull a glitter band under the first grey bands from that side of the hook, so I leave the one in the center, just these 2 grey bands, keep the other side in your hands, so reclaim the outside grey band and close it. Then we can add another glitter band under the first 2 gigs, under the first 2, reclaim the outside band, and then the 2 purple bands under the first 2, reclaim the outside band, and another under the first 2, reclaim the outside band. So this side is done. 1 gray, 2 glitter, 4 purple. So turn it around. Keep the right order. It's a bit hard with so many bands on the hook, but it's doable. You always know that the outsides are 2 purple, then the band from where the bead is on, then again 2 purple and the glitter. So split it up and just put 1 gray band under these 2, the band from the bead and the gray band, and reclaim the gray bands. So like this. Now reclaim the gray band and close it off. Keep pinching the other bands, put them back on the hook. Now get your glitter band. These are the 2 grays from the center, so you have 1 gray on this side, 2, 3. Put it under the first 2 and reclaim the one on the outside. So first gray, second gray, claim the one on the outside, keep this in your hand and close it. And then get another glitter band. Under the first 2, reclaim the first one. And the 2 purple. Under the first 2, reclaim the first one. Under the first 2, reclaim the first one. So we're back at the beginning. I'm going to show it one more time. So I'm going to start with the gray bands under the 4 middle bands and reclaim the glitter bands. Reclaim on this side the glitter band, on the other side the glitter band. Get your gray bands back on the hook. Oops, it won't work with me. Why? Yep. It is working against me. I don't know why. Be sure the 2 glitter bands are on the insides of the gray bands, like this. And now I'm going to add the beads again. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the other hook. Then get the bead on it on the outside under the first 3 loops. 1, 2, 3. Turn it around and put it under the 2 bands until you're in the center. reclaim the gray band that it's the closest to the bead, only that one, and on the other side reclaim all 3 bands, and then put everything back on the hook. Like this, and go to the other side. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the hook, split it up, put the beaded band on the hooks, on the outside under the first 3, 1, 2, 3, and on the other side under the first 2, 1, 2, and reclaim the band on the inside, the grey band, only that one, and then on the other side all 3 bands, and then close it off like this. Put it in the right order, and now I'm going to close the bracelet, and it's just the same as I'm starting normally to get my fortune loop set up again. So I'm just going to do the same. Roll a grey band under these 2 and reclaim that grey band. Reclaim that grey band. Get the other side of the band on your hook. And put everything back on the hook. Then get the glitter bands and reclaim these 2 grey bands. One grey under the second grey bands. Reclaim the outside grey band and close it off. Turn it around and do the same thing. So 1 grey band under these 2. Reclaim the outside grey band, like this. Get the other side on your hook. Reclaim everything. And then get a glitter band under the first 2 grey bands. Reclaim the one on the outside and close it. And let me see. Yes. Now I just, how I close it is I stop here, normal or normal I'm going further with the 14 loop setup, so another glitter, 2 purple, But now I just grab one grey band, pull it through everything and close it like this. So I know it's a bit fiddly, and I hope you can see what I'm doing. But I do hope you want to give it a try, because I love how it looks at the end, so you get rewarded. So if something is not clear, please let me know so I can explain it to you better maybe. But I hope you can follow the tutorial, and thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.